Today, we are going to be reading the tea leaves because it seems as though reading tea leaves and broadcasting the future or predicting the future is a new subgenre of photography. Everywhere I look online, people are reading the tea leaves about what is going to happen in the next 6 months in photography. So I thought I might as well give it a try. You know what? I'm surprisingly good at it. Doing this, you can tell, right? You can tell you become an instant expert on what is going to happen. And the best thing about it is no one can question it because they don't know either. So we're reading the tea leaves today and we're going to see if we can predict what is going to happen in the near future regarding Canon and Nikon and Nikon and Fuji and what all these people are going to bring out, because 6 months ago, no, 1 year ago, everybody was up in uproar in the camera industry, in the camera world, about the Canon 6D Mark II, and I've done a little video about it. We were in absolute meltdown, and it seems like this time of year is meltdown time. So let's go into the current meltdown, the Canon Mirrorless full frame. You got to think. Think. It helps if you close your eyes. The Canon Mirrorless, I can taste it. The Canon Mirrorless is coming and it's going to be full frame. And it's going to have adapters and it's going to be a complete change from what Canon usually do, where they cripple their cameras. It's going to be something that's going to bring all those people who left Canon back to Canon. In droves. How about that then? I can read the tea leaves. The same tea leaves that other people are reading and coming up with all this stuff about what's going to happen in 6 months' time. How about Nikon or Nikon? Let's turn it around. This one's a bit harder. Nikon, Nikon, or Nikon are going to be releasing a new mirrorless camera. It's going to taste of lemon and ginger. No, actually, this is what I'm drinking in. It's going to be full frame and it's going to use adapters. I don't know why, right? This is so important at the moment because it has nothing to do with actually taking photos. It has nothing to do, the speculation thing. Not the actual cameras, because obviously when the cameras come out, some people are going to buy them. Some people are going to become more productive with them. Some people are going to be shifting from one brand to another. But at the end of the day, why are we losing our marbles over all of this? It's not mirrorless or DSLR. It's not one versus the other. You know what? You can actually have a mirrorless camera and a DSLR at the same time. Don't tell anyone, but you can. It won't do anything to you. It doesn't take away from you having one or the other. So it leads me to think that there is some conspiracy thing going on, some behind the scenes conspiracy where the camera companies are worried about losing sales. So they've got to keep the market in eruptions. They've got to keep all photographers and videographers in flux so that, they can keep holding on, grabbing our money, because we're in fear of losing out. I keep hearing people talking about the resale value of their old DSLR. Oh my God, I am not going to get the resale value of my camera that I've had for 20 years because they've brought out a mirrorless now and the prices of these are going to drop. Well, excuse me, but isn't the whole idea of, the photography business, if you do photography as a business now, I'm talking about as a business, that you make your money off your work that you do with your clients and your camera pays for itself, not once, not two, not 5, 10, 100, well, maybe not 100, but loads of times over already. So the resale value doesn't matter or shouldn't matter. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I suppose if you paid £4,000 for a 5D Mark IV, and this is 5D Mark II, but if you paid £4,000 for a 5D Mark IV, obviously it's going to take you a lot longer to pay that off. Whereas, if you got it used at one of these used shops, and obviously the prices are falling now with the new mirrorless coming out. If you got it for a reduced price, then obviously you can pay for it a lot quicker. So I guess all these things come into play with it. But what really perplexes me is the way that we are all being driven. We're being played, basically. We're being played by brand ambassadors who have infiltrated our ranks and are appearing as photographers on YouTube to scare you into thinking you have to get rid of your DSLR in order to get a mirrorless or something bad will happen. You won't wake up tomorrow. You won't be able to put food on the table. Your favorite football team won't win the league if you do not get a mirrorless camera. Actually, this power would be really good for determining who is going to win the league. Let me see if I can do it. I'm tasting. Let's make sure. I'm tasting blue. Blue is the color. Football is the game. I think Chelsea is going to win the league in 2019. Or is that wishful thinking? You heard it first right here. The life and times of a multiple media manager who is now a tea leave reading photographer as well as a multiple media manager. You heard it first right here. People, let's remember why we got into this thing in the first place. Remember, these are tools. Let's use the tools. Let's take pictures. Let's go out. Let's get out of this surrounding inside where we're stuck in front of a camera talking about stuff that we know nothing about. We don't run multi-million pound making companies. We don't have to make those decisions that keep the companies in the black. We don't even know what those decisions are most of the time. We are photographers and videographers and multiple media people. Let's keep it in perspective. If they bring out a full frame mirrorless, all praise to the Most High. It's all good. Those of us who want that product will go out and buy it. Just remember, A year ago, everyone was going crazy about 4K. Oh, if it ain't got 4K, if it ain't got 4K, if it ain't got... We're hearing now there's people not even using the 4K on their machines because it's slowing down their computers. You know, people are fickle. The marketplace is fickle. Let's focus, if we are media people, on our art. If we are business people, then let's focus on the business side of it. But the two are not necessarily the same. Me, I'm waiting for a 5D Mark IV for 150 quid. When they release all these new mirrorless and everyone goes crazy and sells all their gear, that's what I'm waiting for. 5D Mark IV, DSLR, 50 quid. And that isn't, I don't need tea leaves for that one. That's coming, trust me. Mm-hmm.